When I was in high school, I started sneaking out to church. That's right, sneaking out to church. Why did I have to sneak out? Well, I had to sneak out because I was Jewish. My family was Jewish. My dad was on the board of directors of the temple that our family attended. And so my parents would not be supportive of me going to church or pursuing to find out more about Jesus, also known as Yeshua. So I needed to sneak out. Fortunately, I found a church that met on Saturday nights, and so that was much better time and day of the week for me to sneak out to church. Now, some people there, in their eyes, I might have looked like a coward, but in the eyes of other people, they might have seen courage. You see, as I mentioned, my parents would not be supportive and, as a matter of fact, would do anything and everything they could to stop me, prevent me from going to church. And certainly years later, when I told them that I had come to believe Yeshua Jesus is the Messiah, they called the rabbi who sent me to exit counselors to try to stop me from pursuing Jesus. And so I really think this was courage and there was no cowardice. There is a time and a place for everything. And we see this in the Bible as well. In John chapter 3, it says there was a Pharisee, a leader in Israel named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. And this man came to Yeshua, Jesus, at night. He was intrigued, just like me. He wanted to find out more about Yeshua. But due to his position in the community and his Jewish family, this was not a good thing. He too needed to go during night, just kind of stay a little under the radar, and so that he could investigate and uh, engage Yeshua in conversation to learn more. Well, we also see a similar story in the Hebrew scriptures, Judges chapter 6. God told Gideon to tear down an altar that his family had made, and he was afraid of his family and other people in the city, so he tore down the altar that night. Listen, there is a right time and a right place for everything. And in the eyes of some people, maybe I, Nicodemus and Gideon, when they saw us, they saw a coward. But other people that understand the situation, they realize that's not true at all, that it took courage for us to do what we all did. And listen, here you are watching this video, hearing a little bit about my story as I investigated the person of Yeshua. And maybe God's nudging at your heart and to consider Yeshua. But you know that family, friends, or others would not be supportive, and maybe they would try to stop you as well. And also, maybe some of you, you already have put your trust in Yeshua, and God's nudging you to do something for Him. Uh, but you sit there and think this is not going to go well, just like Gideon realized, and you're wondering what to do. I want to encourage you that you don't need to shout it from the mountaintops. There's a time and a place for everything. There's a time to speak boldly before all people, but there's a time to lay low and to pursue and go at the pace God would have for you to go. I hope that hearing some of my story of Nicodemus, the story of Gideon, encourages you. And if you need more encouragement, look down at the bottom at the right left hand screen in the red box. Now, there is my email address. If you need some encouragement to pursue the person of Yeshua or to pursue something that God's nudging you to do, but you realize there would be persecution, rejection, there would be people trying to prevent and stop you, and you need encouragement, you need help, write me. I'd love to pray for you. encourage you, and help you in your journey with God. Thanks for spending time with me. Shalom.